Hello, this is RICKY, the Android guy. Hey guys, today we're going to do a side-by-side comparison between the Galaxy S5 and Galaxy S5 Active. Which one should you buy? Well, this is a really interesting question because they are very different in terms of look and feel. The S5 has the shimmery white, black, or gold, depending on which one you buy, with this different pattern that makes a nice grip. However, the S5 Active has a more constructional build to it, just really feels more durable in the hand, really strong back plate, and just really well built, it feels like. On the bottom, we do have a capacitive button versus physical button, which is, of course, a preference. Now, where is going to be the differences are very subtle between the two because they do have a lot of things in common. You have identical screens, identical cameras, and identical heart rate monitors. So where's going to be the changes? Well, we start off with something small, which is at the very bottom. Although these are two waterproof enclosures, you have a difference between the S5 Active having a standard micro USB port, which is referred to as also micro USB 2.0, as where here you have a micro USB 3.0 port. Now, what exactly does this do? Because you can still plug in a micro USB right here. Well, what this does is micro USB 3.0 is mainly used to transfer over files more quickly, and it gives a slight edge to the S5 in terms of quickly charging the device. So that round would go to the S5. However, to make up for that, the S5 Active has one really nice feature as well, which is that you can drop it at a 4-foot range. Yes, this phone is more durable for a reason, and that is because it's meant to take a drop. And I've done it at a 4-foot drop without hesitation whatsoever, but I do admit that if I would be higher, I'm not going to trust it one bit. So for that reason, you have to keep that in mind, but the nice ruggedness built into it is definitely good. Now, where do we find the other differences? Well, the other big difference between the two devices comes from their settings, because the S5 has a fingerprint scanner built into it, which is missing on the S5 Active. However, the S5 Active has an active button that is, of course, not present on the Galaxy S5. So this is going to be a choice on which do you like more. Do you like the security of a fingerprint scanner, or do you like the ability to launch apps quickly through an active button? This has been a great feature that I quickly enjoyed just simply by pressing the button to launch my camera or holding it for a long period to voice activate from wherever I am on any app. So for those purposes, I do like it very much so in terms of being able to have a difference. Now, which one have I found more valuable? Well, believe it or not, I don't use many passwords on my devices. So for that reason, I have not been a fan of the fingerprint reader, simply because most companies still do not have the fingerprint reader as a viable lock screen. They make you have a longer password and deem the fingerprint not as secure. So I can't use a fingerprint for my business. So that's why the S5 fingerprint scanner doesn't appeal to me. Now, do I like the more rugged look of the S5 Active? It is growing on me, I will have to say that. I do like the active button. I have found myself using it on a daily basis in comparison to the fingerprint reader, using it for my private mode, which of course I cannot do on here. So for that reason, I am torn between the two. But if I had to choose one, I personally would choose the S5 Active. I just do like the active button more, and I feel that it's really easy to use for that purpose. Now, what's the downside about going with a specialty phone versus a non-specialty phone? Well, you can guarantee that updates will come quicker to the S5 when compared to the S5 Active. We saw this with the S4 series. The S4 kept getting updates continuously while the S4 Active trailed behind, including when you needed to pair it to your smartwatch. So for that purpose, I do caution anyone, really, if you want the latest updates, if you want compatibility with all of Samsung's ecosystem, you might want to go with the S5 instead. However, for practical users, I do see the ability of dropping 4 feet as well as a active button to be more substantial than a fingerprint reader or USB 3.0. What do you think? Which one would you rather like? Does it come down to looks, or does it come down to the features that they have? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you did like this video, please give a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. This has been RICKY, the Android Guy.